Hi guys, welcome to another geocaching Pokemon video. Behind me is Castle Acre Priory. We're now going to go down and have a look at that, look at its ruins, and then we're going to go for a walk and find some geocaches. After William the Conqueror defeated King Harold at the Battle of Hastings in 1066, many Norman knights who fought alongside him became rich and acquired large land estates in England. One of those knights was William de Warenne. He chose the village of Acre for his headquarters for his East Anglian landholdings. Within a few years of the conquest, William de Warenne had built a castle at Acre, and between 1081 and 1085 he brought over a small community of monks. They originally lived at the castle, but when William was succeeded by his son William II de Warenne, the second Earl of Surrey, in 1088, they were granted a new site and could begin work on the building the priory that you see here. Building work was slow, and the monks probably moved from the castle to the priory in 1100, when the east end of the church was finished. They would have lived in wooden buildings while the rest of the priory was finished over the next 50 years. The church was finally consecrated sometime around 1146 to 1148, and its west end wasn't completed until the 1160s. The priory continued to thrive over the years and housed up to 36 monks and a large number of servants. Towards the end of the 13th century, the priory suffered when England went to war with France due to its French connections, and even though most of the monks were English. The community at Castle Acre shrank, probably due to money troubles. In 1325, the priory obtained English status, and in the 14th century it saw a revival with a number of improvements to its buildings, and the community grew once more. In the late 1530s, the priory suffered at the hands of Henry VIII in an event known as the Suppression. When Henry VIII wished to divorce his first wife, Catherine of Aragon, who had failed to give him a male heir, the Pope refused to grant the divorce. So Henry set up the Church of England. The Act of Supremacy in 1534 confirmed the break from Rome, declaring Henry to be the supreme head of the Church of England. The monasteries were a reminder of the power of the Catholic Church. It was also true that the monasteries were the wealthiest institutions in the country, and Henry's lifestyle, along with his wars, had led to a lack of money. Monasteries owned over a quarter of all the cultivated land in England. By destroying the monastic system, Henry could acquire all its wealth and property whilst removing its papist influence. This led to the Act of Suppression in 1536, whereby small monasteries with an income of less than £200 a year were closed and their buildings and land and money taken by the Crown. The Second Suppression Act of 1539 allowed the dissolution of the larger monasteries and religious houses. Around 800 monasteries were taken over by Henry VIII, including the priory at Castle Acre, which surrendered on the 22nd of November in 1537. The buildings were demolished by the summer of 1538. Okay, we're going to take a break from the history lesson to do some Pokemon. This is in the cloister of the Castle Acre Prior, and this is the site of the only Pokestop that I could see anywhere near here, so I grabbed that as well. The only Pokemon I saw as well was right next to it, spawned right next to it, and that was a wild Venonat. A fairly decent level, 537 I think it was, I just didn't quite catch it there. But the signal around here is pretty bad, and it's just not possible to do any more Pokemon for the rest of the day, unfortunately. So anyway, I wanted to carry on and show you some of the ruins of the priory just before we move on to the geocaching. Now what I'm walking down here is the site of an old stream coming off the River Nar. Now this was the toilet block of the priory, so above us there would have been monks sitting on the toilets, and the waste would have dropped into the stream. Not this one that we're walking down right now, but to the left there was another channel which the monks had diverted a small part of the stream, and the waste would have dropped into that channel and been carried away and joined back into the river a bit further on from here. Ahead of us is the site of a brewery and the mill. Now, one last thing I wanted to show you in the priory were these tiny spiral staircase. Now I have size 11 feet, and you can just about see how they are hanging over the edge there. These stairs led up to the prior's personal chapel and his own personal lodgings, which were kept separate from the rest of the monks here. And you can see how difficult it is for me to walk down these steps. Now how somebody went up and down these steps every day for almost their entire adult life is beyond me. We're in the beautiful village of Castle Acre, and there's a walk around here about 5.5 miles with about 16 geocaches on. We're going to try and see how many we can find. The first one is right here, so now we're going to have a little bit of a look around. Okay, here it is. This is the first one we found, an official geocache. Let's have a look and see what's inside. Okay, so we've got the log, some little bits and pieces inside. Alright, we found this one. Open it up, have a look inside. Loads of things in this one.
A watch.
So the most important thing to do is to sign the log. So these are all the people who visited. What's the date start?
24.
Well, this one was a bit tricky to find. It helped us to take a bit of a step back and have another look. But we found it. It's a nice little small one. So if you want to unscrew that, just inside there should be another log for us to sign. Okay, time to put it back for the next person to find. Alright, here's the next one. It was a nice, quick, easy find by Isabel here. Now open it up and let's have a look. So that's a logbook. Is there anything interesting in there? No idea what that is. And some pencils. Looks like some water's got in there. Things are a little bit soggy. That's why things are generally in bags. But okay, there's another log to sign. And then on to the next one. Okay, we found the next one. It was pretty easy. So let's have a look and see what's inside this one. So inside there should just be the log. We'll need to sign. Okay, so the next one apparently is somewhere over here. There is a bit of a gap in the hedgerow here which I may be able to squeeze through, and I think it's going to be somewhere here. It's going to be a tricky one. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to manage it, but I'm going to give it a go. Let's see. Okay, I've made it through here. Ow. I think I found some stinging nettles as well, but let's move on. Right, so I reckon it should be around here somewhere. And yeah, I've definitely stunned my leg quite badly. Oh, that really hurts. Okay, I'm going to have a look around and see what I can find. Oh, well, I had a good look around. I couldn't see anything. Unfortunately, it's really overgrown back there. There's lots of stinging nettles. It's really difficult to see anything. I saw several places that I thought it could be, but I just couldn't see anything at all. So unfortunately, it's beaten us on this occasion. So we're going to have to move on to the next one, and hopefully we'll get that one. Alright, so we're on the trail to the next one. We're going through this kind of field here of trees. It's kind of strange. It doesn't look like we're supposed to be here, but you can see there is a sort of a pathway going through this way, which is what we're following. So hopefully we'll be okay. Alright, so we found the next one. This one, we're right beside this great big field. Not too sure what's growing in there, if anyone can identify the plants. But we have found the next one. It's another tub. So let's have another look and see what's inside.
Oh, there's one coming
comes with a pen. We've got their coin of some sort. Let's have a look at the coin. Plastic coin. A notebook, some cards, and the usual assortment of plastic and beads and things like that. Okay, so another log to sign, and then on to the next one. Okay, we're in the depths of this tree here, and it is somewhere around here, but it's very difficult to get into. I'm on my hands and knees and trying to look around, and I think it's going to be quite tricky to find. I think there's maybe another DNF, did not find, but we're still looking, so I haven't given up just yet. We're going to keep on looking. So there's another one for Isabel find. We did find it in the end. It was kind of hidden in this weird kind of, I don't know what that is. We didn't know what it was, but we found this weird thing, and it's in a little blue container there. So there'll be a log inside there. So that's another one to find and to log, and then on to the next one. Right, here's the next one. It's another tub. Let's have another look inside. So, the usual marble, we found in nearly all of them, crayon and a kind of a ruler thing. So let's have a look at the logbook. Get this one signed. Only a few more to go now. So we'll sign this and then on to the next. So we're at the site of the next one. There's a church just over this wall here. I'll just see if I can get it in view. And the cache should be somewhere. Church somewhere around here. So we're just now looking for it. Okay, so we found another one. So we've got the log, we've got a yo-yo this time, and there's various other bits and pieces, more cards. Lots of people like to leave ID cards. And so as well as signing the logbooks I've been doing, they have their own cards printed up if they do lots of geocaching. Got another marble, we've seen them before. Another coin. This one looks like it's related to the church. It's got the 10 Commandments written on it. And another bit of unidentified plastic. You see a lot of that as well. There we go, so we've got another log to sign. And we're coming close to the end of the series, a few more to go. But we're nearly at the end now, so on to the next. Another one found. This one was quite tricky because it's disguised and it's well hidden, so even though you can see that it's disguised as a nut, you still need to look for it quite carefully. Anyway, we're running out of time now, so we've got to be quick. On to the next one. Here we go, this is another one. This was pretty easy. It was somewhere in that tree there. Not going to show you exactly where because you need to find it yourself if you want to. So have a quick look inside, sign the log, and then we'll move on. And you have a couple more to go now. We've got inside here, there's crayons, there's some money, keyring, a heart, bead, flower, usual sort of things. Brilliant. Okay, on to the next. Right, well we found it. It's another little tiny one. We thought it was missing for the time being because we saw where we thought it was going to be and it wasn't there, but then had another look around and I found it somewhere else. So that's another little one, so we'll sign the log and move on to the next.
This is the ruins of the castle for which the village of Castle Acre gets its name. When it was first built, it was more like a fortified house and wasn't to become a castle until successive generations of the family improved the defences and massively fortified the walls. In a survey of 1397, it was indicated that by this time the castle was little used and perhaps derelict. In 1615 it was bought by lawyer and politician Sir Edward Coke, to whose descendants' business the freehold belongs today.
Interestingly, given that the building had little practical use, Koch ordered some substantial repairs, including the finishing up of 11 battlements and other masons' work. But from at least the later 17th century until the early 20th, the site was used for grazing, and the masonry was ruthlessly quarried for building and road making. During the 18th century, archaeological interest grew, and the site became better protected, and is now a fantastic historical site.
Check out this view. Alright guys, this is going to be the last one for today. We found it, it's another tub. We're going to have a look inside, sign the log, and then it's been a long day. I think it's time to go home. What have we got inside this one? A tub of
Body butter.
body butter, that's a unique one. Some cosmetics,
Oh, yes,
that's
so
the
that.
log, and a pen. That's what we have. Some Boots Mediterranean body butter. Lovely. We'll leave that there. Right, I'm going to sign the log and then we're going to make our way home. So I'll see you back there.
Alright guys, I'm back home now. It's been a really long day. I'm pretty tired, but I've had so much fun. I really hope you've enjoyed watching this. I really hope you've enjoyed the history lesson and watching the vlog and the geocaching. There were 16 geocaches on offer on that walk that we did. The walk took us about 3 hours to get round, and out of the 16, there was one I didn't find, and 2 that I just didn't get time to. We kind of ran out of time at the end of the day there, we had to get home. So there were 2 I didn't look for and 1 I didn't find. So 13 out of 16, I'm pretty happy with that progress. And I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching it. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to leave a like, and if you like this video, consider subscribing, and hopefully we'll get some more done like this in the near future. So once again, thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me back again for another one just like this, where we'll be doing geocaching, a little bit of Pokemon, and just exploring what is out there in the world outside, away from computer games. So I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.